So everybody else noticed her voice too, right?
Talk whack to me, talk whack to me, talk whack to me, talk whack to me.
What's up, Wackians? Alright, so you know we gotta talk about Brittney Griner giving what I believe is her first press conference back since coming back from Russia after being arrested for having some marijuana on her. Before we get into that though, please make sure to like, comment, subscribe, hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I'm dropping new content on this channel. With that being said, I think the elephant in the room, and the first thing I noticed as soon as I heard Brittney Griner speak was, dang, she really does sound like a man. So Brittney Griner's been practicing that butch voice, and clearly has got really good at it because that was a thick, deep voice. It was at that point I realized I'd never heard the girl speak before, and it was at that point I realized I really never knew who she was before until she got arrested for having marijuana in Russia. So, no surprise there. I don't watch the WNBA. I don't know any of the WNBA players for real. And so I was watching this thing and I'm hearing this voice. I'm thinking somebody had to have like edited it, messed with it, something. I start going on YouTube, going on all different videos with Brittney Griner talking, and lo and behold, she just was able to trade her voice or whatever she's doing, taking the hormones, taking the right injections. I don't know what it is, but she's got a pretty deep voice. Got some bass in that mug. I hear you. If I was on the phone with you, I would straight think you was a whole dude out here. You know, would not be thinking that you playing for the WNBA at all. Matter of fact, let's check the Adam's apple now. I'm really, really confused. But no, in all honesty, well, not in all honesty, but I should say, once I verified that is indeed a voice, I went ahead and started looking at comments. People, rightfully so, was like, damn, I did not know that's how that she sounded. A lot of people first time hearing her speak, and that was crazy. But it was even crazier, well, not even crazier, but something else that happened in the video was, once I got over the shock of this woman who clearly looks like a woman, just, dressed more masculine, and once I got over the shock of hearing that voice come from her, then I started actually listening to what she was talking about. One of the things that Brittney Griner was talking about, apart from saying that she would never play basketball overseas again unless it was for the Olympics, that kind of led into her talking about why a lot of female ball players go and play overseas is to try to make more money because the WNBA does not make a lot of money. And Brittney Griner was saying that they need to fix that and that women basketball players need to be making as much as the men. And this is an argument I hear a lot. And look, I'm all for equality of pay if the results you're giving are equal, but basketball is a business, and the men players of the NBA bring in a lot of money. A lot of people watch them. They make a lot out of merchandise and ticket sales and advertisements for games because people watch their games. And I'm sorry to say that the WNBA women don't make as much as the men because they don't bring in as much as the men. They don't have the same ratings. They don't have the same ad dollars. They don't sell the same type of merch or ticket sales or anything like that. There's not as much money in women's basketball. And so you can't just tell a company to give me as much money as the men because that's fair, because men and women are equal. No, what you have to do is make your value that high enough that a company, that in this case the WNBA, is going to want to pay you more because you bring in so much money. So women basketball players or women athletes in general, if your sport is not bringing in the same or more revenue than the man's sport, then you cannot be demanding equal or greater pay or even close to pay as the men if the profit's not there. So I'm sorry. Yes, Brittney Griner's voice was a little funny, okay, and we can all laugh at that. And I do feel for the women who want more money, but to get that, you have to make yourself viable. You have to make yourself profitable, and you got to get people invested. And so I would say, even to the people watching Brittney Griner or the people who are advocating for women to get more pay in sports, if you're not watching the product, if you're not promoting the product, then what do you have to say? Nothing. So put your money where your mouth is, invest in these female sports, and help them get the pay that's equal to or close to or even greater than the men's sports. That's how they'll get that money. But just wanting companies to just do it out of the kindness of their heart, look, I'm no company guy. I am for the people. I'm pro workers and all that stuff. But I still recognize how business goes, and you can't just give away money to people and you're not getting anything back in return. Then that would shut down the WNBA if they did that. It would be pointless. They wouldn't be able to. They couldn't afford to do the games. So yeah, like I said, I have nothing against women making more money at all. I have nothing against a woman athlete in her sport getting paid higher than the male athlete in her sport. Ronda Rousey at one point was like the highest paid athlete in UFC because she drew the most eyeballs. She was a draw. She made the most money for them, and so that's when that qualifies. And I would say the same thing in WNBA or any other female sport. Once you bring in more revenue and once your value is higher than any other, then you'll get that money, or high enough to justify it, you'll get that money. So that's the goal. Not just telling people to give you more money because it's the fair thing to do. Because the fair thing to do is to give the money to the people, to reward the people who bring in the most revenue by paying them the best. That's the fair thing to do.
Talk whack to me. Talk whack to me. Talk whack to me. Talk whack to me.